That's Hollywood Lake dried out to the bone. There's like the tiniest bit of water. That's mad. Today we have come to York for many things, but the first stop on our trip is the Minifigs and Brick Shop here in York. It's the only Lego shop in the York area, and the nearest place to go for official Lego is probably Leeds. So it's always changing. Don't just go based on these images because you like this building and you want to buy it, because the whole point of this shop is people trade things in. People come and buy it, swap it out, trade it in again. It's all always changing. You never know what you're going to get, which is one of the reasons why we like visiting it whenever we're nearby. These are the contact information on all the postcode stuff if you ever want to make a visit. If you've got kids and you want to do a party, you can book it out for a party. If you're a group of adults, you can even book it out for an adults night, which is kind of cool. I didn't realise that. You can bring your mates around and do some building stuff, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, you can also sell things here based on commission, trade-ins, store credit, purchases, things like that. It's really cool. The stock is constantly updating and moving around, which is nice, and you never know what you're going to get when you go in there. I've got a few bags of Lego and boxes of stuff, some sets, some minifigures as well. We're going to try and trade them in and see what the guy will give us. Today we're going to trade them in for store credit because it's more rewardable than cash. Cash normally takes longer and it's harder. This place, the way they do it is a bit difficult. Everyone's different. For example, in York, in the York one, it's like the cheque, and then in Barney's in Nottingham, it's just PayPal there and then. So, yep, we're going to go in there, we're going to do some trade-ins, we're going to see what we get, and we're going to spend not any single pennies of our own money. We're just going to spend what we get trading in. So we're going to see what our budget is based on the trades. Let's go. This is what we've got to trade in. We've got 2 sets without the minifigures, which is the Guardians Galaxy one and the Fortnite one. Then we've got 2 Speed Champions, which are built brand new in box. And then we've got a big bag of Star Wars minifigures that I've got spare, plus a random one. So yeah, let's go and trade these in and see what we get. We're going to test them. We're going to see how good of businesses they are. Let's go. We have left the Yaris in the background there, Jennifer. The Lego shop was a disaster, microscopically. We went in there and the guy wasn't in. His amazing member of staff, however, she was in there. And she has taken our bags of Lego and photographed them and sent them to her manager. He's off somewhere. So hopefully she can get them priced up by him remotely and then accept our trade-in. And we should then be able to go back later in the day before 5 PM and rescue my Lego and trade it in. So currently we've just left it with them, which just put us on a time frame, because that means we technically need to be back at their shop before 5 o'clock, or otherwise we're gonna have lost my Lego, which is a bit bad. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she rings me before 5 o'clock and we can get that trade done today. If not, I'll just return there before 5 and collect my Lego and bring it back another day whenever he's free, because I don't need an excuse to come to York. I just like being here. Long story short, me and Helen were supposed to be here to view a house, and Helen has put the 6 weeks in of prep to book us this appointment for the summer to come and view this house. Now the problem was, the viewing has collapsed because the person selling the house has been awkward and have not gotten back in touch with the estate agency. So we've had this booked for 6 weeks and the estate agency can't do anything about it because the seller is being awkward and hard to deal with. So what that means is we need to wait for a more reliable seller, or to try and reschedule a viewing for this house at some point in the future whenever this seller gets back in touch. But that's the hardship of working on moving to a place you don't live in, because obviously we can't just nip round the corner. It's like an hour and a half away, so it's a bit hard, but we'll figure it out as we go.
one of the biggest reasons when people ask why do you want to live in York. I've answered my own question. Just look at that. It's possibly the coolest building in the UK I've ever visited. Absolutely think it's mint. And it marks the city centre so well. Like, everyone gathers around it. It's people having picnics, drinks, photos, everything. Like, it's crazy. It looks so cool. Helen's enjoying her ice cream. But we were just walking and talking, and literally we said, this park that they've got next to this cathedral, it's beautiful, it's full of people of different ages, all different people, shapes and sizes. Everyone's here with family, people are here taking photography pictures, everyone's having a good old time. Now, if you went to somewhere like this in where we live, which is like, go to like Manchester, for example, Piccadilly Gardens, it's full of crackheads and psychopaths, and you've got to be scared about being stabbed or attacked or whatever. You go in Rochdale, it's not better. You go in Oldham, it's really awful. So, basically, when you come to places like this, the simple things of like walking around a park, walking around a big open space, seeing everybody out with their friends and family, it makes you feel so much happier and so much calmer than having to be in Manchester, which, don't get me wrong, I've gone there many times with friends and stuff for days out, and family have been there and stuff, but I'm always watching my shoulder, I'm always watching my bag, I'm always watching my pockets, I'm always like that anyway. But Manchester and London and places that I've been to just make me super paranoid. But we've come to York a good few times, maybe like 20 times, maybe less than 20. We've been here quite a lot, and every time we come here, we find a new shop or a new place or a new restaurant or a new cafe or whatever. We see new things we like. We see more about the culture and the city and the people and what the people are like. And obviously we hear people from America who've travelled here and things like that. But there's loads of things happening. And like, it's always busy, but not too busy. It's always full of nice, friendly atmosphere. And I hate the word vibe, but it has a nice vibe to it. And it does. And it's just a gorgeous place to be. And like, obviously we're not going to live in the city centre, but there's loads of like little countryside outskirts of York that we're going to try and have a look at and find new areas. But ultimately, it's just an awesome spot to be, and it makes my mental state change rapidly. When I get off the motorway and I park my car and I'm here for a few hours or stay overnight or whatever, I'm just made up. I'm just way happier as a person, and I feel like that's something you should look at when you're buying a property. How you feel when you're in a place, and what the world and the atmosphere around you makes you feel like when you're in a certain like location and stuff. But yeah, it's awesome. Everyone's having a good time. Helen's nearly finished her ice cream. We're going to go and show you around the shambles as part of the vlog. We've done that loads of times, but we love it, and we always find new shops and new places. But yeah, it's really cool. Roll the next clip. Such a sick view of just a road. Like, that should not look that cool. That should just look like a road. And it's just mad. It shows you, like, when you leave where you're from and you actually see what other places are like. It's why you should travel. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to go abroad, it's scary. It's fine, don't go abroad then. Just stay in England. There's loads of nice places in England. Just go and have a look. Get off your doorstep. Have a trip. Have a day out somewhere. Go and have a look. And there's people on the roof. What the hell? There's people on the roof. There's people on the roof of the cathedral.
There must be visitors.
There's tourists. I didn't know you could go on the roof.
Someone's graduated, look.
What? Graduated? Yeah. Oh, congratulations. Hey.
You're at uni.
Mate, that's awesome. To the shambles.
Try and find this.
I love no matter where you stand, if you just do a 360, you're just looking at some of the coolest architecture in the country. It's mad. The shambles. ghosts. That ghost in front of you right now is £900. That's really cool. That's mega, this. Oh, that's crazy. Surely, oh, I'm gonna say, surely you can't go up there. There's pins. There's like little ghosts and cats and ghost cats things. What the hell? There's a body. This is mint, this. This is so cool. That big fluorescent one with York on its belly, that was cool. If there was like a small one of them.
Wow.
Look at that guy, just chilling in the field. That's great. That ghost has got a pair of breasts. That's mental. That is nuts. Actually, it's not his breasts, but the ghosts. Look at him.
Yeah, I got that.
He's bitten his own hand off. Mate, these are awesome. Oh god, look, you can see people. Wait, that's me. I'm on camera. Where am I? Oh, hello. That's mad. That's so cool. Whoa. Very well cool. Look at him. Some of them glow in the dark, that's mad. I like him, does.
There was some riddles downstairs.
Yeah.
And you had to.
The best bakery. That one. First stop is your move. Let's go in and talk to these guys. Yeah, buddy!
Good view of the cathedral from here.
So that went well. We enjoyed meeting with our new estate agent. They're called Your Move. Basically gave us some more advice and some geography of the area. So now the next stage is we're going to book 6 house viewings for when we're next available, and then we're going to pop back up to York and hopefully try and see as many of the houses as possible. Like the lady advised, it's really good when you book sort of 6 houses together, and then that way if any of them fall flat or if anyone falls through, you've got alternatives for the same day. Obviously with us it's hard because we're travelling from Manchester to York every time to view a house, so we're going to try and book about 6. Helen's going to look at them. She's got more preferences and boxes to tick than I do. I'm kind of just open to any of them, so I'm going to let Helen decide 6 that she fancies, and then she's going to book a viewing for them all. The next stage is to talk to a mortgage advisor again, but this time about a decision in principle. So the first time it was just going in and asking advice and learning a bit about how the mortgages work. Now it's about going back to one of them and asking them for a decision in principle, which basically is your budget. They'll take in what you're earning, what your work is and things like that, what your deposit's going to be. So we gave the lady all of our stats at the moment and she sounded really happy with us. She said we were in a really good spot as first time buyers. So now it's just about going and getting that mortgage advice and then getting that decision in principle, and then the house hunting can begin. But we're back at the park and ride, weirdly enough, because we got a phone call. We didn't expect to get one, but Donna, who's the lady who was working at the Lego shop, has been able to give me a value for my items. So that little bag and like 4 minifigures that we took in, she gave us like 40 quid for that, so I was made up with that. So we're going to head over there now, cash in that trade in, and we're going to have £40 to spend on some items. So that's going to be the plan. And then we're going to head back to York on the bus. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. We're back at Minifigs and Bricks, and we've got £40 of trade-in to spend, and we've got to return with my canvas bag. You will never guess how much I spent on these items in here, ladies and gentlemen. I will show you later. We are now back at the park and ride for once more, with a locked car that Helen has checked for me, which is nice. And we got some stuff, we traded in, spent £40 on the trade-ins, which was good. And then I had to float an extra 6 pence, a pound. But it's fine. I got a lot of Lego there for £6. And that's a good thing with the trade-in. Not only is it good for recycling, as in there's not boxes of bricks and Lego that's just left to rot. We can trade them in. Sometimes down in Nottingham, when he's had a good run of shoppers, we trade them in for cash. We've made £400 from a trip down to Nottingham, which is mint. And then that was really good. And then now we've made 40 quid from those guys, but we traded it in with them, so it helps their store. So when you do a trade-in, you help their store. When you do a cash payout, you help yourself, obviously. So it's just about what the store's doing. So happy days. Now we're going back to York.
Yeah.
By the ye old Starring Inn, one of the coolest shops in all of York. Whoa. She has the ducks. Whoa, she's a witch. She has the duck behind her. This one is for all the Harry Potter fans. The shop that must never be named. Whoa. Danny and Neve would love this. Let's go home. We're in the anime gallery.